Kerala is a small state situated on the southwest coast of India. It's a state with a deep-rooted culture, tradition, and delightful sensation. It is only around 550 kilometers long and 120 kilometers wide, and is bordered by land on three sides and by the Arabian Sea on the west. Kerala shares its borders with Karnataka in the north and northeast, and with Tamil Nadu in the east and south. It is an exotic blend of nature's very best: cold, mist-shrouded highlands, fertile plains, dense tropical forests, palm-fringed sandy beaches, and a complex maze of backwaters. The state is flanked by the high ranges of Western Ghats on the east and Arabian Sea on the west. Thus, the beaches and backwaters, wildlife sanctuaries, and hill stations are all located in close proximity, providing a unique experience to the travelers visiting this land of great beauty. Kerala also unfolds a vibrant cultural canvas unseen anywhere else in the world. Its rich cultural heritage is very well exhibited in its frenzied tempo of snake races, classical dignity of Kathakali, lyrical beauty of Mohiniyattam, the satirical wit of Ottantullal, martial skills of Kalaripat, and exquisite workmanship of Kerala handicraft. Kerala is known as God's own country for its stunning natural beauty, pleasant climate, unique culture, and its streamlined infrastructure. The phrase God's own country was coined in the 1980s to launch a tourist initiative that was so successful that it transformed the state from a relatively unknown tourist destination into one of the most preferred holiday destinations in the world. From sun-kissed beaches to cloud-shrouded peaks, from wildlife sanctuaries to breathtaking festivals, Kerala has it all in the blessed abundance that makes it truly God's own country. The antiquity of the state can be traced as early as 5000 to 3000 BC. People have been sailing to Kerala in search of spices, sandalwood, and ivory for at least 2000 years. Its coasts were known to the Phoenicians, Romans, and later on to the Arabs and Chinese, long before Vasco da Gama came to India. Christianity and Islam were introduced to Kerala much before the rest of India. Kerala is also an epitome of secularism and a masterpiece of unity in diversity. The entire landscape is dotted with temple, churches, mosques, and synagogues. This land of valuable cash crops also has the distinction of having highest literacy, life expectancy, and lowest infant mortality among Indian states. Today, Kerala has emerged as a major tourist destination and is ranked among the 10 paradises of the world by the National Geographic Traveler. Kerala takes pride in its rich cultural heritage. It has a precious legacy handed down by different races, religions, and communities, and it represents the collective achievement of the people in the field of music and dance, religion and philosophy, language and literature, art and architecture. Kathakali, Mohiniyattam, Tullal, and Theyyam are the most important performing arts of Kerala. Kathakali is a masked dance theatre which is a harmonious blend of dance, drama, and music. Kathakali dancers wear voluminous, colorful skirts, elaborate headgear, and jewelry. They enact tales from Puranas and epics like Mahabharata. The dance is unique in several features and can be distinguished on the basis of makeup and costumes. It comprises both the Tandava and Lasya elements of dancing. Women generally do not participate in this dance. Mohiniyattam, the dance of enchantress, is another typical dance of Kerala. It is the feminine counterpart of Kathakali. The dance technique is essentially feminine and languorous, and its movements are very soft and graceful. Tullal is a classical art form, has a social satire, providing great amusement and entertainment. Ottantullal, Tullal, and Tullal are the three forms of Tullal. Theyyam is a spectacular dance ritual associated with the North Malabar region. It was originally held to please the folk deities, mother goddess, ancestors, and spirits. The dance is performed by males wearing masks, body paint, colorful costumes, and headgear. The presentation starts with a totem in praise of the deity. Dance steps accompanied by rhythmic beats of drums. Theyyams are usually held between December and May. Kalaripat is the oldest and most scientific martial art form in the world, was perhaps developed in Kerala during the 11th century, which witnessed constant warfare. The martial art form is taught at the Kalari, which are also the centers of indigenous medical practices and religious worship. The training starts with oil massage, which makes the body agile and supple. The trainees are first made to learn jumping, running, somersault, etc., and later on trained in skills of using weapons like daggers, swords, spears, urumi, the bow and arrow, wooden poles, etc. Finally, the students are given the knowledge of defeating an opponent by applying pressure to nerve points. Clarified education aims at the ultimate coordination of mind and body. The traditional music of Kerala is sopanam, which is also used as a background score during the Kathakali performance. The influence of Carnatic music starts from the 19th century when the king of Travancore, Swadhitirunal Ramavarma, popularized it. Other than sopanam, melam is widely performed in the temples across the state during the temple festivals. Onam is the official state festival of Kerala. It is a harvest festival observed with numerous festivities. Onam celebrations include Vellamkali, Pulikali, Pookalam, Tug of War, Tumbitullal, and Kummatikali, etc. Kerala is an important coconut producing region of India. Kerala produces nearly two-thirds of total coconut produced in India. Light, well-drained soils near the coast and along the fringes of the backwaters are particularly found suitable for raising coconuts. The banks of rivers, canals are used for coconut production. The climate of Kerala is hot tropical type. In the lowlands, the mean monthly temperature remains in the neighborhood of 26.7 degrees Celsius throughout the year. The mean of the maximum temperature in May is 32.2 degrees Celsius. The mean of the minimum temperature recorded in December and January is 21.1 degrees Celsius. Thiruvananthapuram is the capital of Kerala and it has 14 districts. Malayalam is the principal language. State bird is great hornbill. Indian elephant is the state animal. The state flower is golden shower tree flower. Even though Kerala is a small state, 44 rivers water the land, of which 41 are west flowing and 3 flow eastward. Kerala is also bestowed with a number of lakes and backwater lagoons which add to the beauty of the land. The history of Kerala goes back to ancient times. Much of it is cloaked in myths and legends. What is known though is that trade flourished here as early as 3000 BC. In fact, Muziris, also known as Kodungalur, was reputed to be the ancient world's greatest trading center in the east. Around the 1st century AD, Jewish immigrants arrived here and St. Thomas, the apostle, brought Christianity to the shores around that time. Later, Islam was brought to Kerala by Arab traders between 6th and 8th centuries AD. Till around 5th century AD, Kerala was controlled by Eastern Pandya, Chola and Chera dynasties. The period between 800 AD and 1100 AD is known as the period of Second Chera Empire. With the breakdown of the Chera Empire, the next phase of Kerala history began. This was the period of the provincial rulers. These provinces were once a part of Chera Empire. The provincial rulers were confined to small areas, but they frequently fought each other for domination. The Portuguese arrived in 1498 and dominated trade in the region until the arrival of the Dutch in 17th century. King Martandavarma of the Kingdom of Travancore defeated the Dutch and expanded the boundaries of his kingdom. However, by 1806, both Travancore and Cochin became subject states under the British control. At the time of India's independence in 1947, there were 3 separate territories in the region that is now Kerala. They were Malabar, Cochin and Travancore. In 1949, Cochin and Travancore merged and later Malabar was added and the new state of Kerala was born on November 1st, 1956. Sri Ananta Padmanabha Swami Temple is the most famous temple in Kerala. It is situated in the Thiruvananthapuram district. The 16th century shrine of Lord Vishnu as Sri Padmanabha Swami or the Lotus Navel is considered to be one of the most sacred 108 Vaishnava shrines. It enshrines an 18 feet long image of Lord Vishnu reclining on the coil of Sri Ananda, the sacred snake. A lotus grows from the navel of the Lord Vishnu, upon which resides Lord Brahma. His 7-storied gopuram and fine pavilions lined with splendid stone carvings and murals are noteworthy. Agasthyagudam is the second highest peak in Kerala and is also the part of Sahyadri range of mountains at a height of 1890 meters above the sea level. Teeming with wildlife, the forest of Agasthyagudam abounds in rare medicinal herbs and plants and brilliantly hued orchids. This peak lies in Thiruvananthapuram district of Kerala and is a part of Agasthyamala Biosphere Reserve, which lies at the border of Kerala and Tamil Nadu. The Kudiramaliga Palace Museum, the rare specimen of workmanship in traditional Travancore style of architecture, is also known for exquisite wood carving and built by Maharaja Swati Tirunal Balaramavarma. The Palace Museum displays paintings and various priceless collections of the royal family and is located near the Sri Padmanabha Swami Temple. Valley Tourist Village is a picnic spot of Thiruvananthapuram where the Valley Lake meets the Arabian Sea, offers boating facilities. Paddle boats can be hired to explore the charms of the lagoons in a leisurely manner. For a quick ride over the waters, speed boats are available for hire. Ponmudi or the Golden Peak is a serene and breathtaking hill station located in Thiruvananthapuram. It is located 915 meters above the sea level. Along with a variety of beautiful mountain flowers, exotic butterflies, small rivulets, springs and deer parks nearby, this hill station also has excellent trekking trails. Napier Museum, Kerala Legislature Complex, Vizhinjam Rocket Cave, Varkala are the other important tourist destination of Thiruvananthapuram district. Ashtamudi Lake is the most popular tourist spot in Kollam. The serene lake has tourists visiting it at all times of the year. The coconut groves and palm trees can be seen on the banks of the lake, swaying gently in the breeze. Known as the gateway to Kerala backwaters, the lake offers boating service in a variety of crafts. The President's Trophy boat race is held in this lake on November 1st annually. The Tangasheri Lighthouse is a cylindrical shaped tower offering a scenic view of the Arabian Sea and Kollam itself. Built in 1902, the lighthouse rises majestically above the coconut palms. One can witness the glorious sunset from this tower. Palaravi Falls is a popular waterfall in Kollam. Cascading from a height of 300 feet is a favorite picnic spot for the people in the district as well as for the tourists from other parts of the country. This waterfall is said to possess Ayurvedic healing properties. As the stream meanders through the upstream terrain, there has a rich growth of medicinal herbs. Jedayupara is the another important tourist destination of Kollam district. A massive sculpture of Jadayu, the world's largest bird sculpture, is the main attraction of Jedayupara, a popular picnic spot for the families. Jedayupara takes its name after the epic bird in Ramayana, Jadayu. Legend says that the bird tries to rescue Sita from the clutches of Ravana. The story goes on with Ravana beating Jadayu and the bird supposedly falling on this rock with its wing cut off. A nature park is constructed around the sculpture. Pannalur, Tirumallavaram Beach, British Residency, Monroe Island, Kollam Beach and Nindagara Port are the other important worth-seeing places of Kollam district. Konni is a popular elephant training center. It is situated in Pathanamthitta district. The huge wooden cage built to house elephant is the main attraction of this place. This massive wooden cage can accommodate 3 to 4 elephants at a time. Elephant safaris are available at this place along with the adventurous trekking programs. Konni has the largest wild elephant population in Kerala and is certainly a fun place to be with the family and kids. Gavi is a pristine and picturesque forest haven in Pathanamthitta. This mesmerizing place is rich in flora and fauna, cascading waterfalls and plantations. On the outskirts of Gavi, endangered species like the Nilagiri tar and lion-tailed macaque can be sighted. Aranmula is a temple town situated in Pathanamthitta district. Aranmula is renowned for its annual boat race, the Aranmula Valangali, Aranmula Kannadi, a handmade metal alloy mirror. The UN has enlisted this village a global heritage site. The fertile wetlands, rich biodiversity and soothing climate makes it an ideal vacation spot. Kaki Reservoir is an impressive and beautiful dam built across Pamba at a distance of 70 kilometers from Pathanamthitta. Valleys and forests with extreme eye-catching beauty surround the reservoir. Sabarimala is one of the most important pilgrim centers of the state. It is located at the Pathanamthitta district of Kerala. The holy shrine nestles at an altitude of 914 meters in the rugged terrain of the Western Ghats, surrounded by dense forests teeming with exotic wildlife species. Lord Ayyappa, the presiding deity, is known as Shasta in the Puranas and is also referred as Hariharaputra, as he is believed to be the son of Mohini and Lord Shiva. Kaviyur Rock Temple, Pandalam Palace, Perunthenaruvi Falls, Arivikuzi waterfalls, etc. are the other important places of Pathanamthitta. Nehru Trophy boat race is held annually on the second Saturday of August at the Vembanad Lake and is the most important tourist event of Alappuzha. Boats sponsored by different villages compete fiercely in the competition. The highlight of this prestigious event is Chundam Vellam, the 130 feet long snake boats with over 100 rowers and 4 helmsmen and 24 cheerleaders decorated with the colorful silk umbrellas. The Punnamada Kayal is the starting point for the race. Kuttanad is another important tourist spot of Alappuzha. It is spread over an area of 75 kilometers. Kuttanad is also known as the rice bowl of Kerala. Its green paddy fields, clubbed with lively backwaters, add to the charm. There is a small village in Alappuzha known as Karimadi village, which houses a historic black granite statue of Lord Buddha that dates back to the 10th century AD. Alappuzha was once popular as Buddhist center. Now most of the remnants of the Buddhist culture are spread throughout the state. Ambalappuzha temple in the Alappuzha district is known as the Dwaraka of South. It is popular for its wonderful mural paintings and the Ambalappuzha Payasam. The temple premises also became a witness to Ottan Tullal, a satirical art form performed by Kunjan Nambiyar. Krishnapuram Palace is another important place of Alappuzha. This 18th century architectural marvel was constructed in the realm of former ruler Marthandavarma Maharaja. The palace is renowned for its wonderful mural paintings. Kumaragam Bird Sanctuary is a major attraction in Kottayam district. The beautiful bird sanctuary on the eastern bank of Vembanad Lake sprawls over 14 acres of lush greenery and blue waters. Birds seen here include waterfowl, cuckoo, owl, ducks, and migratory birds like Siberian storks. Best time to visit is between June and August. It's also an ideal site for enjoying the backwaters, boat cruise. Boats are available on hire around the lake. St. Mary's Orthodox Church, built in 1597 in Cheriapalli in Kottayam, is one of the oldest churches in Kerala. With the arrival of traders from the Western world to the Indian shores, their religion followed and spread its roots on the Malabar coast. The Orthodox Church is a testament of the olden days and has been carefully preserved till date. A picturesque sight. The Marmala waterfall are definitely on the list of must-visit places in Kottayam. About 60 meters in height, falling into a 12 meters deep pool, the waterfall merges with the Meenachal River. The island of Padiramanal, nestled in the middle of the Vembanad Lake, is one of the most beautiful places to visit in Kottayam. Known as the birdwatcher's paradise, the backwater island is inhabited by a variety of birds. The sanctuary is inhabited by more than 91 local species of birds and 50 migratory birds. The landscape of the islands are diverse delight with lush farmlands, thick forest and paddy leaves. A scenic spot in the hills, Nadukkani, is one of the most popular hill stations near Kottayam. Settled amid the blue Nilgiri mountains, nurtured by the Muvattupuzha river, the town enjoys wonderful views of dense forest. The Malliyu Sri Mahaganapati temple is one of the coveted places to visit in Kottayam. The sacred place is the holy abode of all god and goddess, including Lord Ganesha. Lakhs of pilgrims come here every year to offer their prayers. Devotees visit this temple to attain solace from the evils of Kali Yuga and eternal salvation. The list of most popular places to visit in Kottayam remains incomplete without a mention of Vaikom. Blessed with a variety of tourist attractions, the town is home to some of the most scenic backwaters of Kerala. Besides the natural splendor, there are a number of temples important pilgrimages for Hindus. St. Joseph Church, Mandanam is located in the Kottayam district. This is a Syro-Malabar Catholic church built by St. Kuriakos Elias Chavara on top of a hill, and his mortal remains are interred in the church. The church is an important pilgrimage center for followers of St. Kuriakos Elias Chavara. The church was commissioned by him on May 11, 1831 and completed in 1837. It was subsequently renovated in 1955 and 1996. St. Kuriakos started the first printing press in Kottayam in the church complex in 1846. The printing press was used to bring out the first Malayalam daily, Nasrani Deepika. When St. Kuriakos died in 1871, he was buried at St. Philomena's Church, Kunanmavu. His mortal remains were later transferred to St. Joseph Church in 1889. Kochi is the commercial capital of Kerala. It is situated in the Ernakulam district. It is known as the Queen of Arabian Sea. Since the time immemorial, Arabs, Chinese, Dutch, British, and Portuguese had trade relationship with Kochi. The beautiful town is considered to be one of the most attractive destinations in the world. It is also a shopper's paradise. Chinese fishing nets, St. Francis Church, Wellington Island, Jewish Synagogue, Dutch Palace, Bolgati Island, Waipin Island, and Lighthouse are the most important places to visit in Kochi. St. Mary's Vallarpadam Church is one of the famous pilgrimage spots in India. The famous church is also called the Church of Our Lady of Ransom. This church is dedicated to Mother Mary, who is also known as Vallarpadamma. Initially, this church was built by the Portuguese in the year 1524, but later it was destroyed by the Dutch. The present-day Vallarpadam Church was rebuilt in the year 1676. This church is very sacred and has been declared a major pilgrim center by the Union Government of India in the year 1951. It is said that the missionaries discovered a painting of Lady of Ransom, and later in a dream they were asked to establish a church in Vallarpadam, which they dutifully did. Many miracles have been attributed to the Lady of Ransom, and most of the people are being saved from the accident at sea. As per local folklore, a lady and her child from a Hindu family who were shipwrecked survived for 3 days, sheltered under a rock. The lady prayed that she would commit her life to saving of Lady of Ransom, and she was saved. Even today, all processions in connection with the festivities of the church begin from the ancestral house of the Hindu lady, which is called Paliyat. The images of the lady and child are also seen in the picture of the Lady of Ransom inside the Vallarpadam Church. Bolgati Palace is a former palace built by the Dutch in India on Bolgati Island in Cochin. One of the oldest existing Dutch palaces outside Holland, this quaint mansion was built in 1744 by Dutch traders and later extended, and gardens were landscaped around it. The building was then the governor's palace for the commander of Dutch Malabar, and in 1909 was leased to the British. It served as the home of the British governors, being the seat of the British residents of Cochin during the British Raj. The Hill Palace, Kerala's first heritage museum noted for royal collection of the erstwhile Maharaja of Kochi, is today the largest archaeological museum in Kerala. The palace, which was built in 1865, is a complex of 49 buildings constructed in the traditional architectural style. The Hill Palace Museum is divided into a number of galleries featuring folklore, painting, numismatic, chariots, metalware, jewelry, etc. The highlights include the Royal Crown of Kochi, the Old Testament on goat skin, the Royal Throne, and the English Silver Cup. Munnar is the charming hill station of Kerala. It is situated at an altitude of 1600 meters amidst lush undulating hills of Annamalai ranges in the Idukki district. Munnar is the confluence of three mountain streams, Mudrapuzha, Nalladani, and Kundala. It was once the summer capital of British in South India and still remains an aura of old-world elegance. The beautiful landscape is dotted with lakes, reservoirs, lush forests, and sprawling tea estates. Anamudi, the highest peak in South India, is located nearby and is an ideal spot for trekking. The main attraction of Munnar are Christchurch and tea gardens. Malambuzha is the most attractive place of Palakkad district. The charming town and its picturesque surrounding is famous for the Malambuzha Dam. Around the reservoir are beautiful rose gardens and amusement park for the children. Yakchi, the work of Kerala's famous sculptor Kanai Kunjiraman, is displayed in the garden. Boating, fishing, and various water sports facilities are also available here. Silent Valley National Park, Parambikulam Wildlife Sanctuary, and Palakkad Fort are the other important tourist destinations of Palakkad. Thrissur is the cultural capital of Kerala. It has been of great religious and cultural significance for many centuries. Vadakkunathan temple is located at Thrissur. This ancient shrine atop hillock in the heart of the town is believed to be founded by legendary sage Parashurama. It is built in Kerala style and is one of the largest temples of Kerala. The temple has an amazing Mahalingam concealed under a huge mound of ghee, which is offered to the deity as a ritual. Miraculously, the ghee never melts or emits any smell, even in the hot climate of Thrissur. The temple is also associated with the great sage Adi Shankaracharya, who is said to have spent his last days over here. Puram festival is celebrated at the shrine is the main attraction of Thrissur. The elephant umbrella competition during this time is spectacular. Beautifully decorated elephants adorned with the ceremonial umbrellas carry the deity on a chariot around the main temple. Excellent fireworks are on display during the celebration. Kozhikode Beach, Mananchira Square, Thali Temple, Kalipoiga, Kadalundi Bird Sanctuary are the most important tourist destinations of Kozhikode district. Edakal Caves, Pukot Lake, Chambra Peak, Muthanga Wildlife Sanctuary, Wayanad Heritage Museum, Meenmutti Waterfalls, Kuruva Deep, Thrissur Shiva Temple, Thrissur Temple, Lake Kidi, Banasura Dam, Tolpatti Wildlife Sanctuary are the notable tourist destinations of Wayanad district. Nodapalangana Drive-In Beach, Fort St. Angelos, Parasanikadavu Snake Park, Arakkal Museum, Aralam Wildlife Sanctuary are the most important tourist places of Kannur district. Bekal Fort, Anandapura Lake Temple, Hosdurg Fort, Thaikadapuram Beach, Karim Forest Park, Maipadi Palace are the attractive places of Kasaragod district.